So I feel this collective is in need of some clarity right now. So I'm going to pull some angel cards for you and see. Okay. What does this collective need to know right now? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, we got quite a lot. All right. Oh. Oh, okay. Wow, this is going to be interesting. Hold on. Okay, I feel there's a few more cards they want me to pull out, but oh, all right. Let's get the rest out, and then I'll show you the cards. All right. All right, that's it. Let's have a look. So you got opportunity, and you've got in the near future. So before I move on, I feel like this collective, you are probably working on something. You got some sort of projects, ideas, something you're bringing into fruition. And for some of you, this may be a new idea, but for a lot of you, I feel it might be something that you found your way back to and kind of have reignited your passion for again. And maybe you're doing it in a new way. And you're kind of just in this phase of maybe a bit of doubt, maybe a bit of uncertainty, and then you're just kind of pushing through the resistance and kind of trying to figure out what's going on at the moment. But I feel like this is confirmation that yes, you do have an opportunity, and I feel like it's something that is going to take patience, is going to take a new way of approaching it, taking your time. And this is something that will eventually unfold within the near future. So don't see this as a thing of like, oh no, like this is a sign to stop. I think it's just a sign of having patience, knowing that it's not just going to be this instant, like have results today type of thing. So yeah. And wow. We got even more confirmation off of the back of that. So this is a yes. Again, so based on what you've been thinking, this is confirmation that yes, you are on the right path. Keep going, but just don't expect instant gratification, like today, so give it time. But anyway, this is the card. Woo! We got romance on the table. Wow. So we got a lot going on here. We got a bit of career and we got some romance. So, woo. And then we've also got within the next few weeks. So there's probably a lot of shifts and changes coming along the way. And I feel with this collective, you're in this weird phase where you sense that change is coming, but then also sometimes you feel on pause, like you feel there's a bit of stagnation. And sometimes you probably feel like you've probably been feeling a lot more like yourself, a lot more empowered, but then sometimes you maybe have these dips and it's a little bit up and down occasionally. And you probably feel like things have resolved a lot now compared to how it was before, and you do feel more grounded within yourself. But sometimes you do have these moments where you're thinking like, is everything or like panning out? Am I on the right path? And just understanding to lean into uncertainty, lean into those feelings and those fears, and just understanding that not everything has to feel perfect in order for you to trust, accept, and just lean into it. You don't need every single day to feel at your best and feel really happy, excited, joyful, but just have an acceptance within that. And something that I've been looking into a lot recently, and I feel you can relate, this collective can relate, is detachment. Really getting comfortable with detachment. Because when you detach, you have your baseline, and no matter what the outside circumstances are, you still are at your baseline. You're not going to react to things positive or negative. You're just going to observe, and you're not going to make it your identity. And so as long as you have that baseline and you detach and you recognize that I'm just going to trust and lean into this, I'm not going to set any expectations. Like, let me just go with the flow on this path of this journey, see where it takes me. As long as I know like I'm taking action in terms of doing what I enjoy, I'm not gonna try to force an outcome or an expectation. I'm just going to go with it. Oh, that was just channeled. But anyway, and I feel the more that you lean into this flow state, the more things are attracted to you and kind of fall into place and unfold within your life anyway. And where your creativity sparks back in and things like romance can come in. And the reason why is because you're being your authentic self. You're not focused on the outside. You're focused on within. And so it's through your authenticity and bringing all that energy to yourself, because that's still focus. And when we focus on that wholeness, it's love. And so through that, we attract love. You know, our world then becomes a reflection, which is why you attract things like romance and stuff into your life. So yeah, we've got some more cards as well. Wow. We've got success, forgiveness, and it's up to you. So I feel in terms of this up to you, it's all about perspective. So it's, hold on, let me move this. Before I continue, I just feel the need to really strongly say there's a few numbers that this collective might resonate that you've been seeing at the moment. 222, 333, and probably 1111 or 111. So if that resonates with you, if you've been seeing any of those angel numbers recurring, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if that resonates with you, and that's how you it doesn't necessarily, you might have not been seeing those numbers, but this is for a specific select few of you. If you've been seeing those numbers, let me know below if that resonates with you. But yeah, I'm strongly getting that. So 333, 222, or 1111, or 111. But yeah, I just had to get that out before continuing. But anyway, as I said, it's all about perspective right now. And so based on your perspective and your outlook on life is the trajectory of how you're going to see everything, and based on whether you're going to feel contracted or whether you're going to be within that flow state and really enjoying life, having that joy in the present moment. But also just not to worry and realizing that everything will be a success. You know, you are going to be successful in this project, in this thing that you're working on, in, you know, something that you're paying a lot of focus and attention to right now. You know, something you're passionate about. And we've got forgiveness here. So for some of you, you still might be maybe clearing out some sort of old stuff that you feel you're no longer as reactive to. It is leaving. So whether it's old stuff, old wounds, old habits, or whatever, with other people or yourself, maybe old patterns, and you know, they don't hook you as much anymore. So there has been a lot of growth and development. But it's just about having that forgiveness and that grace with yourself as you're integrating and you're transitioning into the new. And so I feel like it's not about being hard on yourself, but again, having that forgiveness, having that grace. And even if you do have a few wobbles, or you do kind of step off, even within your mindset, or, you know, in the way you operate, it's not about judging yourself or being harsh. Just having that forgiveness, seeing things through the perspective and lens of love. And, you know, through that, again, it's all about coming back to that wholeness, that one, that flow state of love. And so, yeah, wow, that was a really powerful message. Wow. Ooh, I'm just feeling the energy. Wow, it's really strong. Whoo, but yeah, no, wow, I do feel there's a lot of positive change and shift coming for this collective. And like, yeah, if you needed that sign, like, take this as your sign. Let me see if there's any more cards that want to come out for you from another deck. Wow, I didn't even get to shuffle the deck, but these are the two cards that came up for you. Blossoming and purification. Wow. Whew. But it was in reverse. But I feel like with that, yeah, I feel you've really done the work. So I feel like that's confirmation that you have done the work. And you're just literally kind of in that integration phase. Wow, this reading ended up being long. I might have to do another part. But yeah, the fact that it was in reverse that's confirmation that look, you've done the work, you know, you've cleansed, you've detoxed